Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Just give me a second. I'm just opening the file. Okay, let us begin. Okay, class. We will first have a quick revision of what all we had done in the last class, and then we will move forward to one more concept that we'll be doing within Excel. And then what we'll do is that we will do data screening in SPSS as well, right? So up until now, what we have done as part of data screening was that we were trying to check that whether the data that we have, whether it is valid, whether it is complete, or there are some wrong values in it, there are some missing values in it. Basically, the fact that can the data be used for the purpose of the analysis that we want to undertake, right? As part of our data screening exercise, few of the tasks that we had performed here was that we had first computed the descriptive statistics. We had found out the minimum and the maximum to find out whether the numbers are within the range that they're supposed to be. Going forward, if there was some error, there were some wrong numbers, we had removed those wrong numbers. And then after that, what we had done was we were trying to find out if there are any respondents who have a certain percentage of the data which is missing, right? So as you would remember, we have something called a 5% rule, which I had explained to you in the last class, which basically says that if the amount of data or the percentage of data that we have of a particular respondent that is missing to an extent of greater than 5%, okay, मतलब हमारे पास उस रिस्पोंडेंट का 95% डेटा होना चाहिए, ठीक है? अगर हमारे पास 95% से उसका डेटा कम है, then what will happen is that we are going to simply delete that respondent from our list, because general rules of statistics say that majority of the data of the respondent should be there. क्योंकि अगर वो डेटा ही नहीं है रिस्पोंडेंट का, तो उसको हमारे एनालिसिस में इंक्लूड करने का कोई फायदा ही नहीं है। तो हमने उसके बाद 5% एनालिसिस किया था, and then we had done the sorting of the data, and we had deleted those entries that had less than 5%, that had more than 5% of the data which was missing. And once we had done that, towards the end of the class, what we had done was that we had tried to find a solution that now the respondents that are left, उनका जो data missing है उसके साथ क्या करना, right? So we did something called data imputation, right? What was data imputation? Imputation का मतलब होता है आप कोई चीज impute करते हो, किसी चीज को compute करने की कोशिश करते हो, right? So towards the end, what we had done was, wherever we had found that the data was missing, we had replaced it with the average, right? So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to simply share my screen so that we can also see our data, and then we can move forward. Okay, just one second. I'll just... Okay, and class, before we begin, I hope all of you also have the other file downloaded with you on which we are going to work today. And this one is the file of outliers. ये मैंने last class में 1st March को आपके group पे send कर दी थी. We were not able to work upon it in the last class, but we will definitely work upon it in this class. Okay, so if you have not downloaded that file, please do so. I'll give you 5 minutes once we finish with what we are doing right now also. Okay, so let me just share my screen and then we'll begin. Okay, so this was our data set that we have. you would remember we had an initial data set जिसको हमने master data बोला था, and one very important rule I told you in the last class, never ever do any sort of analysis on your master data, keep it intact, because sometimes it might happen, we might want to go back to the original data, कहीं हमसे कुछ गलती हो जाए, कुछ रो गलती से delete हो जाए, so we might want to go back to it, and that is why what we had done was we had created an exact copy by the name of screened data, and this is the sheet on which we are performing all our analysis. Then after that, what we had done was we had run descriptive statistics round 1, right? And when we were doing descriptive statistics round 1, we had found out that there were a few of the subjects that had wrong numbers, they had erroneous numbers, basically the fact that they had numbers which are either below 0 or they were above 100, which is obviously something which is not possible. Going forward, we had highlighted those columns, and what we had done was in a screened data sheet, हमने वो सारे erroneous या wrong numbers हटा दिए थे by using the find and replace function, right? We had made them into blanks. After that, what we had done was we had run descriptive statistics again, just simply to check that now is our data within the limit, within the range that we want it to be, which is 0 and 100. And on doing it the second time, we found out that yes, the data is within the range that it is supposed to be. Okay, so this was our descriptive statistics part 2. Once we had covered descriptive statistics part 2, the next thing that we had done was we were trying to find out that how much of the data is available, how much of the data is missing. We had made this column and we had utilized the function of count A, which basically tells us that how many cells are filled and how many cells are empty. And using that, we had found out the percentage as well, right? So we had found out the percentage. And we had subsequently sorted this entire data set ताकि हमें ये पता लग जाए कि जो वो respondents या students हैं जिनका data हमारे पास 95% से कम है, हमने उनको delete कर दिया था. Going forward, the last thing that we had done was we had found out the average. Yeah, so here we had found out the average using the function average. उसके बाद जो भी हमारा डेटा मिसिंग था हमने वहां पे एवरेज को इंसर्ट कर दिया था, right? So class, I hope all of you have done this. I was not able to do all the subjects with you the last time. I was only able to cover till subject number 3. I hope all of you have filled in the average for all the 23 subjects that we have. Okay, so class, just tell me if you have any doubts, you want to ask me something, if there's something you want to be repeated. Please tell me if there is something you want that should be repeated. Any questions, guys, with respect to any of the things that we have covered up until now? Okay, so now that I believe everything is clear and you don't have any questions. So now let me tell you, once you finish with inserting the average for all these subjects, that is when your data set is now complete and it is now worthy of being used for some sort of analysis. क्योंकि अब क्या है, अब ना हमारे डेटा में कोई रेंज के बाहर वैल्यू है, ना कोई एरर है, ना कुछ मिसिंग डेटा है, एंड ना कोई ऐसे रिस्पोंडेंट्स हैं जिनका बहुत सारा डेटा मिसिंग था, राइट? सो डेटा स्क्रीनिंग विद रिस्पेक्ट टू एक्सेल is till here, till where you compute the average and you fill in those average numbers in those empty cells which were missing values, right? So once your entire data set is complete, there is no messed up numbers with respect to minimum and maximum, and there is no missing values, that is when we have completed data screening in Excel. Okay? So this is what is data screening. Again, I'm asking if you have any questions, you guys can ask me one more time. Just give me a second and you guys can think about it. In the meantime, I'll just open a file that we'll be working upon today, and also the presentation as well that we're using as our base. Let me just open that. Okay, guys, you can open the file by the name of outliers. Please, everybody open the file by the name of outliers. I had sent it on 1st March when we had our last class. If you don't have it, you can please tell me, I'll send it again. Everybody, please let me know once you have opened the file of outliers. Guys, yes, no, do you have the file or not? Are you able to open it?
Ma'am, I'm having it.
Stikha, what do you say?
I have it, ma'am.
Okay, you have it. Others as well, please let me know, do you have it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now, what are we going to do our next topic by the name of outliers? I'll just share my screen so that all of us can look at how to operate upon these outliers. Okay. Right. First, let us see that what are outliers. Okay. So an outlier is an observation that lies at an abnormal distance from other values in a random sample from a population. Okay. So what am I saying here? Generally, what happens is, for example, you want to do some sort of, let's say, analysis on the population of Delhi, right? But all of you know the population of Delhi is very huge, right? The population of Delhi is about 2 crores. So getting any sort of data, let's say we are taking some health related data or weight related data of the people of Delhi, but reaching out to all these 2 crore people is going to be extremely tough, right? Asking 2 crore people about their health, about their weight, about their height, etc., etc., is going to be very, very tough in nature, right? But in this situation, what we do is, when we are not able to reach out to the entire population, what do? We do something called sampling. Yes, I hope all of you know what is sampling, right? Can somebody tell me why do we do sampling? Tell me, why do we do sampling?
मैम इट इज लाइक जैसे हम ब्लड टेस्ट कराने जाते हैं तो हमें एक यूनिट ब्लड से पता चल जाता है कि बॉडी में कितना हीमोग्लोबिन है एसेट्रा एसेट्रा, लाइक दैट वी कैन चूज सैंपल साइज, उससे हमें पूरे पॉपुलेशन का पता चल जाएगा.
राइट, एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट. या सो सैंपल लेने का यही पॉइंट होता है कि या तो हम पूरी पॉपुलेशन को, या हमें पूरी चीज जिसको स्टडी करनी है उसको स्टडी करना बहुत मुश्किल है या वो फीजिबल नहीं है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, लाइक द एग्जाम्पल दैट you only quoted right now, so we have to do some sort of blood test. अगर हम इंसान के अंदर से सारा ब्लड निकाल के उसका टेस्ट करने लग जाएंगे, then obviously that's going to be a very bad situation. And similar is the case, for example, जैसे मैंने आपको भी बताया, मेरे को पूरे दिल्ली के पॉपुलेशन का वेट का डेटा लेना है, that what is the weight of people. But of course, reaching out to 2 crore people is going to be very tough. So what am I going to do? I'm going to do something called sampling. Sampling क्या होता है? मैं एक छोटा सा approachable population के पास जाती हूँ. Okay, so let's say that I am staying in Rohini, or let's say I'm staying in West Delhi, and it is easier for me to reach out to the people who are staying in West Delhi, and I only go to those people to ask about their weight and health related data. एंड उसके ऊपर जो मैंने एनालिसिस किया, लेट्स से मैंने मीन वेट निकाल लिया, एवरेज वेट निकाल लिया लोगों का, आई काइंड ऑफ अज्यूम कि अगर ऑन एन एवरेज वेस्ट दिल्ली में लोगों का वेट इतना है तो मोर और लेस पूरी दिल्ली में लोगों का वेट इतना ही होएगा, बिकॉज वी आर ऑलमोस्ट लिविंग अंडर द सेम कंडीशंस, राइट? वी आर ऑल लिविंग इन द सेम सिटी. So this is what is sampling, that sometimes when it is not possible to approach the entire population, what we do is we take a sample. जैसे I'll give you another example. For example, आपके गोडाउन में गुड्स आते हैं, ठीक है? किसी सप्लायर से गोडाउन से गुड्स आते हैं, तो ऐसा तो नहीं होता कि आप हर एक डब्बा खोल के हर एक पीस को चेक करते हैं. मोर और लेस व्हाट यू डू इज यू चेक, लेट्स से, one piece from each of the boxes, and then you know average out कि हाँ अगर इसमें से most of the pieces are fine, then you can assume that the entire consignment that has come from the supplier, that is fine, right? क्योंकि आपके लिए possible नहीं है कि आप हर डब्बे को खोल के हर एक पीस उसमें से चेक करेंगे, तो इसको हम बोलते हैं सैम्पलिंग, ठीक है? अब इसमें आउटलायर्स का कॉन्सेप्ट कैसे आता है? कभी कभी ऐसे होता है कि कुछ हमारी जो वैल्यूज होते हैं, ओके, फॉर एग्जाम्पल लेट्स टेक दिस वेट वाला एग्जाम्पल, ठीक है? अब ऑब्वियसली जब हम सैम्पलिंग कर रहे होते हैं, कभी कभी ऐसे हो सकता है दैट वी कम अक्रॉस पीपल हुज वेट इज वेरी वेरी एबनॉर्मली हाई, okay, or we come across people whose weight is abnormally low, okay? So the word I'm using here is abnormal, ठीक है? Abnormally low का मतलब ये होता है कि it is not something which is usual, it is not something which is you know ordinary, something that you would generally find, it is something which is you know unusual in nature, ठीक है? तो outliers यही चीज होते हैं कि हमने कोई डेटा पॉइंट या हमें कोई ऐसा नंबर या हमें कोई ऐसी वैल्यू मिल गई जो देखते ही पता लग रही है कि ये यूजुअल नहीं है, दिस इज लाइक 1 in a million kind of a case, okay? It is so that person's weight cannot be used for the purpose of analyzing कि पूरी population का weight कितना है, क्योंकि मैंने अभी आपको क्या बोला कि उसका जो weight है वो abnormally high है या abnormally low है. And that is why that is something which is not usual. It is not something which is general. That is maybe a 1 in a million kind of a case. Okay? So ऐसे इंसान का weight या ऐसा number, ऐसा weight को अपने analysis में include करना कहीं ना कहीं गलत हो जाएगा. गलत क्यों होगा? Because I already told you that this is something which is not usual. It does not represent the entire population of the Delhi. It is something which is a very, very rare case. It is something which is a very rare scenario, and it is not something which is the usual thing that we observe. Okay? अब प्रॉब्लम क्या होती है अगर हम किसी ऐसे नंबर को, वेट वाला एग्जांपल ही ले लेते हैं, अगर हम किसी ऐसे वेट रिलेटेड नंबर को अपने एनालिसिस में इंक्लूड करते हैं, ठीक है? So what will happen is you all know mean, median, mode, mean and mean specifically किस कॉन्सेप्ट पे वर्क करता है. मीन इसी कॉन्सेप्ट पे वर्क करता है कि अगर कोई वैल्यू बहुत ज्यादा बड़ी होती है तो मीन उसका उस तरफ खिंच जाता है, और अगर कोई वैल्यू बहुत कम होती है तो मीन उस तरफ अगेन the mean gets pulled down, and if a value is very high the mean gets pulled to a higher level. Okay, so the point that I'm basically trying to put across here is that outliers are those values which are very far away, which are at a very, very huge distance from the general values that we observe. For example, let's say that I am taking the, let's say, hemoglobin analysis of your class. Okay, मैं सबका blood test करवाती हूँ. Okay, एंड क्योंकि लेट से सिर्फ आज आपकी क्लास आई हुई है कॉलेज में एंड द अदर क्लास हैज नॉट कम, आई एम गोइंग टू डू एन एवरेजिंग आउट कि अगर बीकॉम के ए सेक्शन का इतना ही हीमोग्लोबिन, तो मोर और लेस, क्योंकि हम सब वी आर ऑलमोस्ट ऑफ इक्वल एज एंड वी आर ऑलमोस्ट लिविंग इन द सेम कंडीशंस विद ऑलमोस्ट द सेम न्यूट्रिशनल हैबिट्स, देन बी सेक्शन का भी ऑलमोस्ट हीमोग्लोबिन उतना होना चाहिए. लेकिन अगर लेट से ए सेक्शन में कोई ऐसा इंसान है जिसका ये जो फिगर है या तो बहुत ज्यादा हाई है या बहुत ज्यादा लो है, तो ऑब्वियसली मीन एवरेज उस पे इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा, राइट? सो व्हाट डू वी डू इज दैट outliers are those values which somewhere make our analysis a little wrong, because it does not allow us to analyze a population from the perspective of an average. It does not allow us to apply that sample wala analysis to the entire population, क्योंकि sample में कोई गिने चुने एक दो values ऐसी थी जो abnormally बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ी थी या abnormally बहुत ज़्यादा छोटी थी. Okay, that's what is saying here. Outliers are data points that are far away from other data points. It is a data point that differs significantly from the other observations. Okay, so these are what are called outliers. Okay, so guys, tell me now do you understand what are outliers? Yes, no, tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
Others also, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ठीक है. Now that you have understood what are outliers, let us open the sheet by the name of outliers, so that what we can do is we can identify कि हमारे outliers कौन से हैं. Okay. Now, the sheet that you guys can see in front of you, it is basically, I have a student data set here, okay, and it has about 203 students in it, and this is the data of their height, weight, you know, BP is something which is calculated with two figures, right? एक BP का lower limit होता है और एक BP का upper limit होता है. So that is what I've written here. For example, you would know 120 by 80, right? तो यहाँ पे मैंने BP के measures लिखे हैं. This is the bottom measure and this is the top measure. And then I also have figures related to pulse here, right? Now, what will I do is, in order to identify, let's take height. मेरे को ये identify करना है कि इस height वाले column में outliers कौन से हैं. क्या मेरी क्लास में कोई ऐसा बच्चा है जिसकी height बहुत ही ज्यादा है, that it is something which is a 1 in a million kind of a case, और उस case को हम average population के लिए consider नहीं कर सकते. ठीक है? That is what is outliers, right? So let us see what do we do in order to identify outliers. You draw a scatter plot diagram for each variable. Okay? हमें हर एक वेरिएबल का जिसका आउटलायर आइडेंटिफाई करना होता है, हम उसका बनाएंगे एक स्कैटर प्लॉट डायग्राम. ठीक है? So now let us make a scatter plot diagram for height. Okay? So I hope all of you know how to make a scatter plot diagram. You simply have to go to insert, right? This tab here, and you would be seeing something like this. So this one is your scatter plot diagram. Okay. If you don't have it like right in front of your ribbon, कहीं ना कहीं drop down menu में आपको scatter plot दिख रहा होगा. ठीक है? तो आप क्या करेंगे? अपने height वाले column को select करेंगे. Okay. And then you will click on scatter plot. And this first one जहाँ पे ये सिर्फ ये dots आपको नजर आ रही हैं, आप इस वाले diagram पे click करेंगे. Okay. Let me just click it. Okay. Guys, please make this scatter plot diagram on your own systems. I'm going to give you about a minute to do it. Please make this diagram. It's in the insert tab. Please make the scatter plot diagram. Okay, so now that I believe all of you would have made the scatter plot diagram. Guys, have you made it? Yes or no?
Done, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
ओके, ठीक है. अब हम इसको ऑब्जर्व करते हैं. ठीक है, आप शायद से देख सकते हैं कि यहाँ पे एक तो डॉट यहाँ पे है जो बाकी पॉपुलेशन से थोड़ा सा लो है, राइट? एंड देयर इज अनदर डॉट हियर which is higher than the other figures in the population, right? So what am I doing here? एक तो मैं height compute कर रही हूँ. So let us take our mouse here. Let us take our cursor here, and we get to know that what is happening here is that we basically get to know that what is the number here, right? So the number here, that is, if you guys would be able to identify even in your own systems, that is 120. Let's see in this view, we should have something. Yeah, we have it here, 120, right? So if you take your mouse here, you would get to know that this particular height is 120 centimeters. Let me tell you, 19 क्या आ रहा है? 19 मतलब it is the 19th point in the data set. ये हमें कैसे पता लगा? This Sukhmeet Singh is on 20, right? But हमें पता है कि first row जो है वो हमारे labels हैं. तो अगर हम यहाँ से count करना शुरू करें जहाँ से हमारे numbers हैं, this is the 19th observation in the order, right? So Excel allows you to identify it in this way as well कि जो 19th number है वो है ये वाला. ठीक है, अब आप सबको ये बात पता है कि somebody who has a height of just 120 centimeters is something which is not normal. It is abnormal, right? It is not something that generally happens. It's a 1 in a million kind of a case, right? So in this case, this person with the 120 height becomes our outlier. Okay, so this person here, क्योंकि इसकी height general population ये है हमारी जो center में है, okay, general population से significantly low है. And why am I saying significantly? Because I think all of us know that 120 is something which is significantly low in terms of height. Okay, so what do we do about outliers? Okay, let's just first identify all the outliers and then I'll tell you what do we do about it. Okay, so एक हमारा outlier ये रहा, इसको highlight कर लेते हैं. Let's put it in any color. We'll put it yellow. Okay, and the other one is this one. Okay, so this is also kind of bit, you can say it's an outlier. Okay, that's a 195 की height. Okay, 195 centimeters. Okay, so again you can see that this is also quite a bit away from the general population which is there. Okay, you can clearly see कि ये थोड़ा सा हटके है यहाँ. ठीक है, तो ये भी हमारे लिए एक आउटलायर क्वालिफाई करेगा क्योंकि ये जनरल पॉपुलेशन से हटके, राइट? लेट्स सी व्हाट नंबर इट सेज. इट इज height of 195 centimeters and it's a data point of 202. Okay, let's go to 202. Right, we see it here. So this is another outlier that we have. Okay, so both these values are something that are basically away from the general population, right? So we have identified these outliers for our height. Okay, so now guys, I'm going to give you about 5 minutes. Please find out the outliers for weight, BP bottom, BP top, and for pulse. आपको अलग अलग ग्राफ्स बनाने पड़ेंगे. आपके बनेंगे 1, 2, 3 and 4 ऐसे करके स्कैटर प्लॉट्स बनेंगे. ठीक है, आई एम गिविंग यू 5 minutes. Make the scatter plots, identify the outliers and highlight them. Once you do it, I will tell you कि outliers के साथ हम करते क्या हैं. Okay, guys, please take 5 minutes and then we will discuss. Guys, done? Have you made the scatter plot? Please take 2 more minutes. Guys, yes, no, have you been able to make the scatter plots? Class, you will have to respond. I will not get to know like this.
No मैम अभी कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ.
Okay. Please take some time. Class done. Please let me know once you're done with it. Yes, class, tell me, Amit, Gitansh, Payal, have you done it? Snigdha?
Ma'am, just 2 minutes.
Okay. Guys, I hope it's done now. It should not take that long. It's just a click of a few buttons.
मैम हो गया.
ठीक है? Okay. Let's move ahead. Okay. Let me also make it so that we all can check if we have been able to identify the correct outliers or not. Okay. अब बनाते हैं weight का. Insert and scatter plot. ठीक है? ये हमारा बन गया weight का. Okay. So with respect to weight, you guys can see that we have about 3 outliers. ये दोनों बहुत ज़्यादा हैं, right? One is at 150 kgs, other one is 149 kgs, and we also have an outlier at the lower bottom, which is 35, right? So let us just find these numbers and we'll highlight it. So we are looking for 150. एक काम करते हैं, find से ही कर लेते हैं. So let me do it using find. So I want to find 150. Okay. मेरा हमारा 150 इसको highlight कर दिया. I also want to find 149. Oh, yes. 1 second. Okay, 149 is here. And I also want to find 35. Right, 35 is right here. Okay, so this is with respect to our weight. Now let us do with respect to BP bottom. This is with respect to BP bottom, okay? BP looks more or less fine, right? I don't see any outliers in BP because most of the figures are more or less close to the general population. कोई ऐसा figure तो है नहीं जो बहुत ज़्यादा high है या बहुत ज़्यादा low है. So BP bottom column we can consider to be having no outliers, right? क्योंकि यहाँ पे कोई भी data point ऐसा नहीं है जो बहुत ही ज़्यादा range से बाहर जा रहा है. BP bottom is fine. Let's take BP top. Okay, so this is our BP top. I'll just put it here so that we can see all of these things together. इसमें graph को थोड़ा सा छोटा कर देती हूँ. Okay, so that we can fit this other one also. Where did it go? Here. Okay, now let me zoom in. Okay, so this is our BP top. BP top also looks pretty much fine. There is no data point which is either too high or too low. So we're fine with BP top as well. Now let's try and make one last one for the pulse. Okay, this is for the pulse, right? And yes, we can see quite very clear outliers here. So you guys can see we primarily have 4 outliers. So we have 120 and 130 on the top, and we have 58 and 40 at the bottom. Okay, so let's look for these 120 and 130. $120 is here. I just highlighted, and I'm going to look for 130 as well. We have 130 here, and other values that we're looking for is 40. Yeah, we're looking for 40. We're looking for 2 40s basically. So 140 is here. Okay, and let us find the other one as well. Okay, the other one is here. Okay, अब हमने सारे आउटलायर्स को आइडेंटिफाई कर लिया, दे आर इन द येलो सेल्स. नाउ व्हाट डू वी डू अबाउट आवर आउटलायर्स? There are two ways in which you can treat outliers. Again, data trimming and data imputing. मैंने आपको जब हम data screening भी कर रहे थे, मैंने तब भी आपको बताया था कि data trimming और imputing क्या होता है. Data trimming is basically you trim the data, you cut the data. मतलब आप उस पूरे person को ही अपने data set में से हटा देते हो. For example, let's say अगर मैं वेस्ट दिल्ली के वेट्स को एनालाइज करके ये देखना चाह रही थी कि पूरे दिल्ली के लोगों का एवरेज वेट कितना है, लेकिन मेरी वेस्ट दिल्ली के पॉपुलेशन में 2-3 ऐसे लोग थे जिनका वेट एब्नॉर्मली ज्यादा था या एब्नॉर्मली लो था. तो इस केस में मैं क्या कर सकती हूँ, या तो मैं उनका डेटा हटा सकती हूँ. आई विल डायरेक्टली ट्रिम देयर डेटा, आई विल डायरेक्टली ट्रिम देयर figures from my data sheet and I will simply remove them. So that is one thing that you can do. And the other thing that you can do is you can do data imputing. What is data imputing? जैसे हमने data cleansing screening में भी किया था. Data imputing is basically the fact कि आप वहां से उनका weight हटा दो, ठीक है, delete कर दो, और आप उसको किससे insert करो? What do you replace it with? You replace it with the average, right? That is what we did in data screening as well. Okay. Now, how do you decide that whether you have to do data trimming or you have to do data imputing? How do you decide whether you have to entirely delete the person's figures or information, or you do the other thing, which is you keep that person but आप उसके figures को average से change कर देते, ठीक है? So it entirely depends upon the fact कि आपका data set कितना बड़ा है, ठीक है? For example, let's say when I was computing the weights of people in West Delhi, I was only able to reach out to, let's say, 1000 people in West Delhi, ठीक है? अब 1000 का फिगर ऑलरेडी बहुत लो है, आप सबको पता है वेस्ट दिल्ली में इससे बहुत ज्यादा लोग रहते हैं, ठीक है? और सिर्फ 1000 लोगों का वेट एनालाइज करके पूरे दिल्ली का वेट उससे अज्यूम करना is going to be a little tough. Okay, so when your data set is already small, then it is not a good idea to trim it down further. अगर आपका data set पहले ही इतना छोटा है, तो it's not a good idea कि आप और उसमें से कुछ लोगों को delete करो, ठीक है? लेकिन अगर आपका data set बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ा है, for example, I was able to reach out to, let's say, 50,000 or let's say 1 lakh or 2 lakh people in West Delhi. So by here my data set is very big, and even if I cut out a few people, I leave out a few people from the analysis, it's not going to really have an impact, right? So what determines whether you use data trimming or use data imputing is simply the fact that how big is your data set, whether you are in a position to delete those abnormally high or low figures because your data set is already so big, या आपका data set इतना छोटा है कि आप इसमें से delete नहीं कर सकते, आपके पास पहले ही data इतना कम है. अगर ऐसा केस है तो आप सिंपली वहां पे एवरेज लगाएंगे, ठीक है? So guys, is this clear? When do you use data trimming and when do you use data imputing?
Yes, ma'am.
Others also, please. Yes, no,
Yes,
please.
ma'am.
Okay. Great. Okay. So bottom line is, अगर data set बहुत बड़ा है तो आप डेटा ट्रिम कर सकते हो, आप 2-3 फिगर्स 4-5 फिगर्स हटा सकते हो, लेकिन अगर आपका डेटा सेट बहुत छोटा है, इट्स नॉट अ गुड आइडिया टू फर्दर रिड्यूस द साइज ऑफ द डेटा सेट, राइट? सो व्हाट वी आर गोना डू हियर इज दैट, so you know, this was just a hypothetical example that we have. So we only have about data of 203 students, okay? डिपेंड्स कि ये डेटा किसका है, क्या ये मतलब पूरे कॉलेज के बच्चों का हम एनालिसिस करना चाह रहे हैं या एक कोर्स का एनालिसिस करना चाह रहे हैं, या लेट्स से ये एक पॉपुलेशन है किसी कॉलोनी की, या नॉट इवन अ कॉलोनी, जस्ट अ फ्यू नंबर ऑफ हाउसेस, एंड व्हाट इज द बिगर थिंग दैट वी आर ट्राइंग टू कंप्यूट. सो फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर हमारे पास ये 203 लोगों का डेटा है लेकिन हम इससे पूरी दिल्ली का डेटा निकालने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, तो यहाँ पे वी कांट ट्रिम द डेटा, पहले ही डेटा इतना कम है, ठीक है? उस केस में हमें एवरेजिंग करनी पड़ेगी, है ना? हमें इसको हटा के फिर हम इसका एवरेज कंप्यूट करेंगे बाकी नंबर्स का, और फिर उसका एवरेज यहाँ पे इंसर्ट करेंगे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, For example, I have, let's compute the average of this. The average is coming out to be about 162, right? तो मैं यहाँ पे 162 लिख सकती हूँ. Okay, so I can write average here, and I can write average here as well. ठीक है, अगर लेट से ये डेटा हमारा सफिशिएंट होता कि सपोज हमारे पास लेट से 203 स्टूडेंट्स का डेटा है और हम अराउंड 400 स्टूडेंट्स का डेटा एवरेज कैलकुलेट करने की कोशिश कर रहे थे, तो इवन इफ वी हैव अ फ्यू आउटलायर्स लाइक दिस पर्सन हियर, राइट, उसका पल्स थोड़ा सा आउटलायर है, तो यहाँ पे हम इसको सिंपली डिलीट भी कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि इस केस में मैंने आपको क्या बताया था, हम सिर्फ अराउंड 400 स्टूडेंट्स का डेटा कंप्यूट करने की कोशिश कर रहे थे. सो दिस इज हाउ यू हैंडल आउटलायर्स. Just to give you a conclusion about outliers, this is the simple things that you simply have to perform. आपके पास डेटा है, आप उसका scatter plot बनाइए. Although there are even better but little complicated ways to find out outliers, especially in SPSS, but in a very basic manner and in a very easy and visual manner, this is the most easiest and basic way to find out whatever are the outliers. कि scatter plot में देखो, स्कैटर प्लॉट में देखने के बाद आइडेंटिफाई करो अपने डेटा सेट में, उसको हाईलाइट करो, फिर देखो कि क्या आपका डेटा सफिशिएंट है. अगर आपका डेटा सफिशिएंट नहीं है तो आप उस पर्सन को रिमूव मत करो, उसकी जगह उसका एवरेज लगा दो. लेकिन अगर आपके पास काफी डेटा है, यू कैन अफोर्ड टू डिलीट अ फ्यू एंट्रीज, go ahead and simply delete that person from your data set. Okay, so all this is with respect to your outliers. Okay, so guys, if you have any questions, you can ask me. And if not, we are now going to move over to SPSS. So guys, please let me know if you have any questions.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. We'll just move over to SPSS. Just give me a second. Okay, let me just close this files so that we can move over to SPSS. You guys can open SPSS in your systems till then. आप लोग ओपन कर सकते हो, मैं यहाँ पे अपने एंड पे ओपन करती हूँ. Okay, let me share my screen. Guys, have you opened SPSS? क्लास SPSS ओपन हो गया?
Yes, ma'am.
Others? Guys, yes, no, tell me, have you been able to open SPSS?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है, okay. Now, let us begin with SPSS. Guys, tell me, do you know if you have an Excel file, तो वो Excel file का डेटा SPSS में कैसे आता है? आप सबको पता है या नहीं? I am asking if you have an Excel file.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
ठीक, लेट मी टेल यू हाउ डू यू डू इट. हम क्या करेंगे, अब हम जो हमने डेटा स्क्रीनिंग एक्सेल में करी है, हम वही डेटा स्क्रीनिंग अब SPSS में करने की कोशिश करेंगे. सी यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट बोथ ऑफ दीज सॉफ्टवेयर्स दे हेल्प अस इन डूइंग ऑलमोस्ट द सिमिलर थिंग. इट इज जस्ट दैट SPSS is a little has a little more functionalities. It is a little faster, and SPSS is specifically used for the purpose of research. Excel is used for a lot more other things. So we will now try and do the same data screening जो हमने Excel में करी थी, हम उसको SPSS में करने की कोशिश करें. Okay? So obviously the first step is what? जो आपको याद है हमारी initial raw data वाली फाइल थी, हमें अब उसे यहाँ पे लाना पड़ेगा. अच्छा, another thing guys, tell me, आपके पास initial वाली फाइल है या आपने उसके ऊपर सारा analysis कर दिया? I guess you would have saved the file, right? So you would not have the initial file.
मैम कौन सा?
Initial मतलब अच्छा छोड़ो, आपको initial की भी जरूरत है. हाँ बोलो. ठीक, कोई बात नहीं. अगर आपके पास नहीं भी है, that is also fine. Let us open that same raw data वाली file in Excel. Okay, guys, everybody, please go to file. It is right at the top. यहाँ पे आपको file दिख रहा होगा अपने system में. Okay, go to open. Okay, it is the second option. Go to open and then click on data. Okay, go to file, open, and then click on data. So when you click on data, a dialog box will open और आपके जो raw data वाली फाइल है आप उस पे क्लिक कर लीजिए. Click on the file that says raw data. Guys, done up till here? Class, have you?
नहीं आ रही मैं.
ठीक है. अब
Yes, ma'am.
let me just explain this dialog box to you. So once you click on raw data, you would get this kind of a dialog box. अब SPSS आपसे ये पूछता है कि ये जो आपने शीट मुझे बोली है एक्सेल वाली SPSS में डालने के लिए, इसमें बड़े सारे टैब्स हैं. जैसे अभी आपको याद होगा हमने एक डिस्क्रिप्टिव स्टैटिस्टिक्स का टैब बनाया था, हमने एक स्क्रीन्ड डेटा का टैब बनाया था, बहुत सारे टैब्स थे. अब इनमें से हमें कोई एक टैब चूज करना है कि कौन सा वो टैब का डेटा है जो हम चाहते हैं कि SPSS में आ जाए. Of course, we want the master data set, right? Because that is the untouched data, that is the original one. Don't bring in the screened data वाला टैब, क्योंकि उस पे तो हम ऑलरेडी डेटा स्क्रीनिंग कर चुके हैं एक्सेल में. जो रॉ डेटा है आपका, जो इनिशियल डेटा था, जो मैंने आपको बोला था कभी टच नहीं करना, हमेशा इंटैक्ट रखना, that is your master data tab, and that is what we are going to select. Okay, leave out this range thing क्योंकि हमें पूरी शीट ही चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं है कि हमें शीट के पहले 10 रो चाहिए या पहले 20 रो चाहिए, हमें पूरी शीट चाहिए. Then it asks read variable names from the first row. Okay, so basically SPSS is asking जो आपके वेरिएबल्स हैं, जैसे आपको याद होगा हमारी शीट में क्या था, नेम था, एनरोलमेंट नंबर था, I think we had gender after that, and then we had subject 1, 2, 3 right up till subject number 23, right? And all this were in the first row of our Excel sheet. So yes, I'm going to click this, telling SPSS that yes, the first row of the sheet has the names of the variables. Okay. The next one, it is asking percentage of values that determine the data type. Now you would remember that with Kajal ma'am you would have studied कि data बहुत सारे type का होता है, ordinal होता है, nominal होता है, and whatever etc things you have studied. So basically now SPSS is asking me कि जो मेरा data का type होगा, whether it is ordinal, whether it is nominal, whether it is scale or whatever etc it is, how do I recognize that? So SPSS is doing it itself. So I am telling SPSS कि आप 95% of the data देख लो. अगर आपको लग रहा है 95% of the data देख के कि ये scale में आना चाहिए, ordinal में आना चाहिए, nominal में आना चाहिए, आप उसको उस category में डाल दो. Okay. Next it says ignore hidden rows and columns. It's irrelevant for us because we did not have any hidden rows and columns in the sheet, right? So simply click on OK now. It'll just take a second. You would get something like this, but let's just, yeah. Okay. थोड़ा सा 5-6 seconds लगते हैं, but we have it, right? So I hope now you guys can see कि जो वही same Excel sheet हमारे पास थी, that same Excel sheet we have been able to import and open into SPSS. Guys, have you been able to do it?
Yes, ma'am.
Others also, please. सबकी फाइल खुल गई SPSS में?
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है? Let me just show you the sheet. Although of course you can explore it yourself as well. We have the same sheet. यहाँ पे हमारा name, enrollment number, gender, subject 1, 2, 3, 4. You can use your arrow keys to scroll across. My system has hanged. Yeah. Okay. So you can use these arrow keys to simply scroll across. Okay. And like you know, we have a data view and we have a variable view. ये रहा हमारा variable view. ये सारे variables यहाँ पे, ठीक है? Guys, just one thing I would like you to edit. ये हमने पुरानी फाइल में भी एडिट किया था. हमने नंबरिंग में कुछ गलती कर दी थी, राइट? 11, 12, 13, 14. इसको कर लो 15. There's a mistake in the sequencing. I missed out on a few numbers. Just ensure that all the numbers are in sequence, right? So this becomes 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 and 20, right? So now we have 23 subjects. उस sheet में भी हमारे पास 23 subjects हैं और यहाँ पे भी वो automatically change हो गया. अब हमारे पास 23 subjects हैं, ठीक है? तो ये हमारी जो sheet थी ये हम SPSS में ले आए, ठीक है? Now what is, and you guys,
मैम,
yeah, tell me.
मैम ये कैसे लाए पर दोबारा बता दो.
Okay, so how do you bring a sheet in SPSS which is already in Excel? Simply go to File, which is right at the top, then go to Open. Okay, once you go to Open, just click on Data, right? Once you click on Data, आपका ये सिस्टम का ये फोल्डर खुल जाएगा. आप इसमें से देख लो आपकी फाइल कहाँ पे सेव्ड है. जैसे मेरी फाइल डाउनलोड्स में सेव थी, तो मैं डाउनलोड्स पे गई और मैंने किया रॉ डेटा पे डबल क्लिक, क्योंकि मेरी फाइल का नाम था रॉ डेटा, ठीक है? तो मैंने रॉ डेटा पे किया डबल क्लिक. उसके बाद ऐसा एक डायलॉग बॉक्स आएगा आपके पास. उसमें आपको कुछ चेंज नहीं करना है, ऑलरेडी सब सिलेक्टेड है. द फर्स्ट वर्कशीट, दैट इज व्हाट वी वांट, जिसमें हमारा मास्टर डेटा था. We want the variable names to be the same as the ones in the first row. This you can leave out, percentage of values, hidden rows and columns, that's okay. Okay, so that is what you do to get your data from Excel into SPSS. Is it fine, बच्चे now?
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है, चलो, let's move forward now. Now, what do we do? The first thing in data screening is we first find out कि क्या जो हमारा डेटा है वो appropriate है, within the limit है या नहीं. एक बार मैनुअल स्क्रीनिंग करके देख लेते हैं. We guys can just see the sheet on our own. For example, you can see here -10 हमें यहाँ पे दिख रहा है, मतलब कुछ गड़बड़ है, कुछ वैल्यूज मिसिंग है. जैसे यहाँ पे वैल्यू मिसिंग है, कुछ भी वैल्यू नहीं है इधर, एंड 166 ये रहा. मतलब हाँ, हमारी शीट में कुछ गड़बड़ है, हमें इसको शीट को स्क्रीन करना पड़ेगा. Okay, so the first step that we do in data screening is what we compute the minimum and the maximum, right? हम minimum maximum compute करके ये देखते हैं कि कहाँ वो figures हैं जो range से बाहर जा रहे हैं. Okay, so how do you compute the minimum and the maximum? So you go to analyze, right? आपको याद है हमारे पास जब हम Excel कर रहे थे तो वहां पे जो बटन था that went by the name of what was it? Data analysis. No, it went by the name of, it went by the name of data analysis. And data analysis पे click करने के बाद आप descriptive statistics पे click करते थे. Yes, it is the same thing here. You have a menu of analyze out here right at the top. Go to descriptive statistics. Okay, this is the third option, and then click on descriptives. Okay, because we want those same descriptive numbers जो उस समय हमने generate किए थे. तो click on analyze, descriptive statistics and click on descriptives. Once you click on descriptives, you're going to get this kind of a dialog box. Okay, what is this dialog box asking us to do? It is asking us आपको कौन से variables के मिनिमम, मैक्सिमम, मीन, मीडियन, मोड, हाईएस्ट, लार्जेस्ट, रेंज, व्हाटएवर एक्सेट्रा, आपको कौन सा वेरिएबल का चाहिए, क्योंकि यहाँ पे तो हमारे बहुत सारे वेरिएबल्स हैं, ठीक है। I know for a fact I don't require the descriptive statistics of enrollment number, right? मैं enrollment number का mean, median, mode निकाल के क्या कर लूँगी? I really don't need that, right? Because I'm going to simply analyze the marks of the subjects of the students, right? तो enrollment number से मेरा कोई मतलब नहीं है इधर. What I now have to do is I have to add these subjects here in this blank box that you can see. How do I add it? Simply click on it and simply click on this blue button. So once you click it, the subject shifts, it jumps from the box on the left to the box on the right. So this we are telling SPSS कि आपको subject 1 का mean, median, mode, maximum, minimum, range ये सारी चीजें निकालनी है, ठीक है। ऐसे करके हम सारे 23 subjects को इस right वाले box में jump करेंगे, okay? So guys, I'm going to give you a minute. Please do this. And do not click on OK, okay? अभी OK पे नहीं क्लिक करेंगे, एक और चीज हमें करनी है, जब मैं वो बता दूंगी उसके बाद हम OK पे क्लिक करेंगे. The other way to do it quickly is press shift and downward arrow key. सारे आपके सब्जेक्ट्स एक साथ सेलेक्ट हो जाएंगे, ठीक है। Let me show it again. सब्जेक्ट 2 पे गए, या आपके केस में सब्जेक्ट 1 भी हो शायद से, शिफ्ट एंड डाउनवर्ड एरो की, सारे सिलेक्ट हो गए, एंड देन क्लिक ऑन द ब्लू बटन, सारे एक साथ राइट साइड पे आ गए. आई एम गोइंग टू गिव यू अ मिनट गाइस, क्विकली डू दिस, बट डू नॉट क्लिक ऑन ओके. Guys, let me know once it is done.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Others, yes, no, done or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Let's move to the next thing. So now click on options. It's the first button that you see on the right side. Click on options, and now it is going to ask us कि आपको descriptive statistics में क्या numbers चाहिए, ठीक है? Few things are already clicked. For example, yes, I want to know what is the mean marks that the students have scored. तो mean है यहाँ पे. Some, if you have that kind of a data, you can click on some as well. But in this particular case, मेरे को some निकाल के कोई ज़्यादा फायदा होगा नहीं. So it's your choice. You can continue with it if you want. Standard deviation, okay, we can have standard deviation also. Minimum, maximum, most important. Range, okay, fine. We can see range also. We can leave this out. Kurtosis and skewness, not required. And let's keep it on variable list itself. So variable list का क्या मतलब होता है? Variable list का ये मतलब होता है, see, SPSS is basically asking that you want the descriptive statistics to be displayed in which order. क्या आप यही चाहते हैं कि जैसे सब्जेक्ट 1 2 3 4 5 6 ऐसे लिखा है इसी ऑर्डर में डिस्प्ले हो, या आप चाहते हैं अल्फाबेटिकल में हो? अल्फाबेटिकल इन द सेंस, लेट्स से मेरा यहाँ पे कोई सब्जेक्ट होता अकाउंटिंग, फिर होता लेट्स से कॉर्पोरेट लॉ, फिर होता लेट्स से फाइनेंशियल मॉडलिंग, फिर बिजनेस स्टैटिस्टिक्स. तो व्हाट SPSS would have done was it would have changed the order of the variables and made it alphabetical. कि पहले आता अकाउंटिंग, फिर बिजनेस लॉ, फिर कॉर्पोरेट अकाउंटिंग, फिर whatever ABCD, whatever subjects we have. The other one is ascending descending, which basically means that as per the figures that we are trying to compute, कि मीन बड़ा है या मीन छोटा है, उसके हिसाब से हमारी लिस्टिंग हो जाएगी. But let's keep it as a variable list itself because that is the most useful one. Once you do it, click on OK. Click on continue. And once that is done, simply click on OK. So it's going to take about a few seconds. and the output is going to be displayed. So this is the kind of output that you're going to get in the output window of SPSS. Please do it and tell me once it is done.
मैम क्या क्या था रेंज? अच्छा एक सेकंड.
See, you can select whatever you want from that. SPSS is just giving you options कि आपको कौन सा descriptive statistics चाहिए. आप कोई भी select कर सकते हो. Minimum maximum जरूर करना क्योंकि वो हमें अभी चाहिए होगा. आप mean, median और sum कुछ भी select कर लो.
ये जो हमने रॉ डेटा का डेटा हमने जो शिफ्ट किया, जो नेचुरल मतलब ओरिजिनल जो आपने दिया था वो करना था या जो हमने स्क्रीन कर लिया था वो करना था?
ओरिजिनल द रॉ डेटा जो हमने स्क्रीन कर लिया वो तो हम ऑलरेडी उसको साफ कर चुके हैं. हमें रॉ डेटा चाहिए था. Guys, have you been able to get this table of descriptive statistics?
Yes, ma'am.
Others?
Yes, ma'am.
More people, please tell me yes or no. Have you been able to get this table? You can please ask me if you're facing any difficulties with this. Okay, if not, now let's move to the next thing. Now that you know, like we did in the Excel file, अब हम क्या करेंगे? हम identify करेंगे कि कौन से numbers गलत हैं minimum और maximum को देख के. जैसे आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं कि subject 1 में -10 लिखा हुआ है, which is obviously wrong. Okay, another thing that I have to tell you, I'm not sure if you guys know about this. So in SPSS, you have an output window, which is this one. जहां पे आपका सारा आउटपुट जनरेट होएगा. ठीक है, एक अलग से विंडो होती है जो ये वाली है, जो आप अपने सामने देख सकते हो कि इसमें खाली आपका आउटपुट होगा. जो आपकी दूसरी फाइल है वो भी ओपन ही रहती है. इट्स नॉट लाइक इट हैज गॉटन क्लोज्ड. इट विल बी देयर एंड दैट इज कॉल्ड योर इनपुट फाइल. ओके, तो ये आपकी इनपुट फाइल है जहां पे हम सारा डेटा के ऊपर एनालिसिस और ऑपरेशंस और टास्क परफॉर्म करेंगे. और जो आउटपुट होता है वो अलग से आउटपुट वाली फाइल में जाके जनरेट होता है. ठीक है, तो अब हम जाते हैं. अच्छा, हमने ये देख लिया कि सब्जेक्ट 1 में -10 विच इज रॉन्ग. ओके, सो ऑब्वियसली व्हाट डू वी हैव टू डू नाउ? वी हैव टू फाइंड कि -10 कहाँ पे है और हमें उसको हटा के उस सेल को ब्लैंक करना है. हमने एक्सेल में भी यही किया था कि हम जो गलत नंबर थे उनको ढूंढ के उनको डिलीट कर देते हैं. ठीक है, तो -10 ढूंढते हैं हमारे इनपुट वाली फाइल. सो हाउ डू यू फाइंड इट? सो यू डू इट इन अ सिमिलर वे. जस्ट क्लिक ऑन सब्जेक्ट 1. ओके, राइट एट द टॉप ये सब्जेक्ट 1 वाला जो कॉलम है इस पे आप क्लिक करेंगे तो ये पूरा सब्जेक्ट 1 सिलेक्ट हो जाएगा. इसके बाद you see this button, the one with the binoculars right at the top. This is your find button. ठीक है, so what you do is once you select the column of subject 1, click on find. Okay, and we also have find and replace. You guys can use that as well. Okay, replace पे हम जाएंगे. ठीक है, वहां पे हमें क्या सर्च करना है? हमें -10 सर्च करना है. ठीक है, now let me show you something. मैंने यहाँ पे लिखा -10 और मैंने आपको एक्सेल में क्या बोला था कि जब हम ये करते हैं वी डोंट रिप्लेस इट विद अ नंबर, वी सिंपली कीप द सेल एज ब्लैंक. राइट, वी डोंट पुट एनी नंबर इन इट और एनीथिंग एल्स इन इट. सो लेट मी ट्राई एंड रिप्लेस इट. सो लेट मी क्लिक ऑन रिप्लेस. ओके, बट you know, yeah, so what you do is you click on replace, you click replace once and what will happen is that cell will be highlighted. मतलब सबसे पहले क्या होता है जब आप कोई फिगर को SPSS में रिप्लेस करने की कोशिश करते हो, on one click SPSS is going to show you that where is it. On the second click the cell is going to become blank. So make sure that you click it twice. पहले क्लिक करो, आपको दिखेगा कि -10 कहाँ पे है. दूसरी बार क्लिक करो, आपको ये हो जाएगा कि हाँ अब -10 की जगह the place is empty. Okay, and now you simply close the dialog box. And -10 was here, now it is gone. Guys, are you following? Yes or no? Are you guys following?
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है. अब हम यही एक्सरसाइज सारे सब्जेक्ट्स के लिए करते हैं. You guys can do it on your systems. I'll do it on my system. Okay, subject 4 also needs correction क्योंकि maximum 107 है वहाँ पे.
मैम ब्लैंक तो नहीं, एक डॉट आता है ना?
हाँ, actually SPSS does not allow कोई भी सेल ब्लैंक हो, तो उसकी जगह वो ऑटोमेटिकली डॉट आ जाता है, which is as good as blank. I hope all of you are doing it in your own systems. I'm doing it here. Guys, done?
मैम जस्ट अ सेकेंड.
Okay, class, since it is almost 4:30, the internet might just close at any point of time. So we're going to stop here for today with respect to concepts. This is one thing that I have to tell you. Before you close your SPSS files, make sure you save it. कैसे करते हैं in the same way जैसे हम किसी भी और सॉफ्टवेयर में करते हैं. जो आपकी आउटपुट फाइल फाइल पे क्लिक करके सेव का ऑप्शन, और जो आप इनपुट है उसमें भी फाइल पे क्लिक करके आपका एक सेव का ऑप्शन आता है, ठीक है। तो हम नेक्स्ट क्लास यहीं से प्रोसीड करेंगे, सो दैट वी डोंट बी टाइम डूइंग दिस थिंग। सो to save both the files as well as the output files, you simply have to click on file के बाद about maybe, so please click on photo image folder and please show before you come for the next class. बस एक सेकंड, and please make sure that before you come for the next class जो भी हमने आज तक है that is complete, which basically means कि जो सब्जेक्ट की वैल्यूज हैं वो within the range है, जो माइनस वाले नंबर्स और जो 100 के अबव वाले नंबर्स हैं उनको आप डिलीट कर चुके हैं। प्लीज मेक श्योर दैट यू डू दिस बाय द नेक्स्ट क्लास। Okay, so guys, if you have any questions you can ask me, otherwise thank you so much. We'll continue in the next class.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. Please leave the meeting, everybody.